Please stand clear of the podcast. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pixie Dust Podcast, where we will be bringing you a sprinkle of magic in less than 30 minutes. I'm Matt.
And I'm Melissa.
And welcome back, episode 4 now.
Oh, that's excellent.
On a roll here, and it's the month of
February. Lost track of time there, Matt?
Lost track of time. Anyway, so we're going to jump right into the Disney news today, because there's a lot to talk about. We have some rumors and some things that are almost confirmed and some things that are not confirmed. So let's start with something that's confirmed. The Disney Parks blog posted this past week. So Luigi's Flying Tires over at Disney's California Adventure Park in the new Cars Land, which opened up in 2012, is getting refurbished.
Okay.
And it's going to become a new ride. We don't know exactly what it is yet. So that's kind of a cool thing. You know, they're going to update it, and it's going to be something involving cars. And the picture that you're currently looking at on your screen right now shows a concept art of what it will be like. So it should be interesting to see what that is. Cars Land has been wildly popular, as we know.
Oh, absolutely. In Disneyland. And, you know, this blog is predominantly Walt Disney World news. But we think that, you know, they're looking and they're talking about bringing this idea of Cars Land into and integrating it into the Hollywood studios in Walt Disney World. So it's important to know what's going on in Disneyland, because the refurbishments that will be happening there might come over to Disney World.
Yes, and that's something that I would be looking forward to if they did that. I think it would expand on that Pixar Place area. That's just lacking. Just got Toy Story Mania, which also might get an expansion too. That's another rumor.
That'd be nice.
Toy Story Mania again.
I would prefer to see Toy Story make more of an impact, and Monsters Inc. make more of an impact on the Pixar Place.
So, yes, that's rumored that there could be some more Toy Story stuff, and there's a rumor of Toy Story Playland, which is over at Disney Studios in Paris.
Right.
Hong Kong. Yeah,
Paris. You make it sound like it's Paris, Hong Kong.
Sorry, Paris and Hong Kong.
Right.
So, and that Toy Story Playland features rides like RC, and RC goes, it's like a, it's really hard to explain. I'll just put a picture up right in the podcast, but there's an RC attraction, there's a soldier's parachuting, so they have that kind of cool stuff.
A slinky dog zigzag spin, which would be fun.
Right, which would be great.
You know, a lot of people have been saying that they would really love an expansion to the Pixar Place, and I am 100%. I'm with you on that. I think that Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Up even, they can integrate so many of the Brave. They can integrate so many Pixar movies into this area, which, you know, they're no longer using because of the backlot tours is now gone, and Lights Motor Action.
It's rumored that
it could be going.
Along with Streets of America, possibly, and Muppet Vision 3D.
Which I have a huge problem with, because I love Muppet Vision 3D, and it's the only thing in all of Disney World that has anything to do with the Muppets.
And could they maybe update Muppet Vision? Maybe. The new movie, maybe. It's kind of lacking. It's getting old. You could tell when you're watching the screen. The movie's getting a little old itself. So it's staying Hollywood Studios, and something else that is rumored, which I think is going to happen, just from the popularity of this franchise, and that is Star Wars Land.
Right.
So, could we be seeing Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and Han Solo and C-3PO and R2-D2 and all the other...
You gonna name them all?
All the other wonderful characters from George Lucas's Star Wars universe? Maybe, and I think that would draw a lot of Star Wars fans to come. It would expand on already Star Tours that's currently there, and add some new attractions and some character meet and greets, which just by themselves would be popular. I mean, who wouldn't want to meet Darth Vader? I mean, who knows? It could be everybody's father. So,
yeah. You know.
He's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy. We'll keep that PG, that comment. He's a busy guy.
Interpret that how you want. If this doesn't get edited out.
It's not going to get edited out.
Excellent.
You know, I always seem to be playing the devil's advocate here. I am not. That's why you have two people doing the podcast.
Yes. Two different views.
You know, I'm not 100% on board with Star Wars Land. Let me tell you why. And yes, I know that Disney owns the Star Wars franchise, and I think it's a great thing if you're a huge Star Wars fan. It's a place where you can go to see your favorite characters and ride some Star Wars themed rides. However, when I think of Disney, that's not the first thing that comes into my head. I think it's wonderful that they have Star Tours and a little area there designated for Star Wars. I think, if anything, they should make maybe one ride and maybe a show for kids, there. But I do not think that they should, number one, spend so much money and waste so much property on a huge Star Wars land. I think, if anything, like I mentioned before, they should invest more into the Pixar idea of expanding that. Because Epcot, you don't see Pixar anywhere in Epcot, right? Except for Finding Nemo.
That's right. They're updating it more so that it draws more kids to Epcot,
right.
And that's what they're trying to do with Frozen as well, trying to get every show. I know. But please don't bash me in the comments for bringing it up. Just let it go, people. Anyway,
that joke also comes up every show.
Every show.
It's gonna become a theme with us.
Anyway, let's get back on track to Star Wars Land. I'm gonna totally disagree with everything you said and tell you, give you my opinion.
Okay.
I think your Star Wars fan base, there's some kids in there. It's mostly adults, nerds like myself, who love Star Wars. I love Star Wars, the original trilogy, more than the prequel. Everybody agrees on that one. But I think it would bring a lot of Star Wars fans into the park, and you have so much wasted space in Hollywood Studios with Streets of America. Not much over there. They put the Frozen Theater over there, which kind of made people have to walk through that area to get there, but there's nothing right there, so I think that area could be replaced by a Star Wars land, and you could have Star Wars dining, you could have Star Wars attractions.
But just think, how about Pixar dining? How about Monsters You Dine With?
Well, you can have that too. They should have both, and they should invest a lot into that park.
And really revamp it. You know what? I could live with making a compromise there. If they decided to make a larger Pixar place, I would be 110% on board with having a Star Wars land expansion. I just think that it's foolish of them not to do anything with a Pixar place and solely invest all of their money into the Star Wars land.
So, I think if you get rid of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids...
Play area?
A play area. Even if you wanted to keep it, you could make it a Bug's Life theme.
Right, that's also
and you could have that, and then you can expand a little more on Toy Story, because of course it's everybody's favorite.
Monsters Inc. I think should get.
I think they should bring that California Adventure attraction, the Monsters Inc. ride, the Dark ride, that should come over. There was also talks about a Monsters Inc. roller coaster. That would be interesting.
That would be nice.
Where you go through that last scene with the doors and
That'd
stuff.
Be cool, actually.
Cool. And then you can do, what else do they have in Pixar?
I mean, they can even make a Brave, something with Brave, I think
you could.
Maybe they should make something in Epcot with Brave, have a Scottish feel to it. I think that would be pretty cool.
Right.
That would also draw some people in.
To the kids, especially. And I think adding Cars Land to Hollywood Studios would be a benefit. I think,
right.
I think even if you just had Cars Land, right, and you had Star Wars Land, so many more people come to Hollywood Studios. And we also know that we know they're doing something big with Hollywood Studios now. It's coming to its update because, as we know, the hat just recently has finished coming down.
That's pretty depressing seeing those pictures. Yeah,
seeing those pictures, which will be featured in this podcast as I'm speaking right now. So, rest in peace, Sorcerer Hat. I mean,
we really are gonna miss you. I am a big fan of the Sorcerer's Hat being there as one of the big icons. I am not one of those people who think that it's a good idea, to take it down. So, rest in peace. We're gonna miss it. However, they are going to refurbish and revamp the Chinese theater.
Yeah, in terms of the inside
Great Movie Ride.
The compromise with TCM, which is good. I think, you know what? As Walt Disney always said, his parks are not a museum. Mm-hmm. He's not collecting stuff and leaving it there for people to see. It changes, and I think that's important. And I think as Disney fans, we should all be accepting the change instead of saying, "Oh, we should keep that up." We're gonna miss some things that they take away.
Right.
For all you real nostalgic people who miss 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride,
which actually, from just reading some other Disney bloggers, that ride is really missed.
It is, and
Mistletoe's Wild Ride.
It's still Disneyland, so you want to go to California, you go there.
Yeah.
Having the new Fantasyland in place of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I think it was a good change. I think it's a nice update, nice fresh update for Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna defend Mighty Adventures of Winnie the Pooh because people will yell at me for that. So speaking about change, we're going to continue talking about what's changing, because so many things. Let's head over to Epcot.
Change is good. Change is good. It gives you something fresh to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? As much as I don't want to see some things go, I think that it's nice change once in a while because, I've been there. I'll give you maybe 5 times. I don't remember how many times I've been there, but I've been there about 5 times, and seeing the same things over and over again, it will get tiresome and tedious, and you want something fresh and new, and look, I'm really looking forward to I'm just looking forward to like the small things like the refurbishment to the Great Movie Ride. I think it's going to be wonderful when I go back in 2016 to see something new there.
Absolutely.
And I am going to accept the changes with open arms, and I think it's a great thing. Just changes to the right things. You know what I'm saying? If they're going to take down some classics, I don't agree with that. If they're going to mess with things that people love, I don't agree with that. But
they're never going to take down Peter Pan's Flight.
Or It's a Small World.
Because that Carousel of Progress, even. That's a Walt Disney thing. That's classic, and nostalgia. That's something that when you think of Disney World, you think of some of those attractions. But some things benefit from change. So over to Epcot, whereas we have something that is rumored to change, and that is Soarin'. Mm-hmm. It's pretty close to, I think, confirmed. Disney didn't say anything, but it's a lot of news about it. So they're changing the thing about changing the film.
Right.
From Soarin' over California to Soarin' over the world.
Right, they're making more international scenes.
Which I think is really good, especially for Epcot. Because now you got World Showcase in that back area.
I think it's excellent. And I'm excited to see how they're going to work in the 4D effects. Meaning, like, when you went over the orange groves, you smelled the oranges, and you felt the wind when you went over the mountains. I'm excited to see how they're really going to play the 4D aspect into all this.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we're flying over China and smell some sweet and sour chicken. Or anywhere else and get some good smells. Anyway.
Going over Italy and smelling some nice pasta and pizza being made,
Yes, absolutely. So that will be good. And something else that will benefit people waiting online for Soarin' is that they will be building another theater.
That's great, because as we all know, the wait for Soarin' can get out of control long.
It definitely needs that extra theater. I think that's good. It'll speed up the wait time, hopefully.
So supposedly the new version will be unveiled sometime in 2016.
Yes. So hopefully that happens. That comes to fruition, because that would be.
I think it'd be excellent.
Excellent.
That's great.
It definitely needs an update. The film's looking old itself. You see the same thing so many times. It would be great to be soaring over the world.
Oh,
and you could keep some of the California stuff in there. I think even at the end you might go over Disney World. Now, let's take the bus to Animal Kingdom.
Hop on. We'll give you a ride.
Hello, everyone, and welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Transportation. Anyway, for those of you who have been on that bus many times.
Or the no.
If they change that, that's it. I'm not going back.
That's a deal breaker. No, I was going to say take the monorail, but you can't take the monorail to
you can't take the monorail.
Animal Kingdom. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's our introduction. Anyway, so, as we know, the Africa area at Animal Kingdom has made home to a old favorite, Festival of the Lion King.
Right.
Which moved from Camp Mini Mickey. We'll get to the reason why in a minute. But we have the expansion of Africa, and it was announced that the Africa section of the park is going to double in size. There will be a new marketplace that will include several shops and a quick service restaurant. There will also be a new path between Africa and Asia, which will make it easier to get around the park. The expansion is expected to be finished before the end of 2015. So I think that, just to get around the park even, is a good thing. More dining opportunities is always great, especially Africa. African people make good food. No question. I mean, for those of you who've been to Boma at Animal Kingdom Lodge, great stuff. Great food. Butternut squash soup is my life. So, like we said, Festival of the Lion King moving into Africa, into a new theater. So, the reason for that is because of the already confirmed and already under construction Avatar Land. Here's my thoughts on Avatar Land. Are avatars animals? I don't think so. Now, we do know when Animal Kingdom first opened in '98, there was the mythical creature section in the park that was gonna come. So maybe this is what they're doing, but I don't know. I guess there's some people are fans of it, I guess. Me personally, I'm gonna skip over that section. Hopefully more people go to that. I can get on my favorite rides quicker.
You know, it's gonna be interesting to see how they map it out and how they really make that come to life. I'm not sure if I'm going to love it, because personally, I've never seen the movie. I've never had any, desire to see that Avatar movie.
I've seen it. Wasn't a fan of it at all.
Yeah, I heard that
I fell asleep.
It's quite long.
Yeah, it was a nice 3-hour nap.
But, I think it's going to be nice to see if they're really going to go through with this and not do anything else. If they're really set in stone on making Avatar Land happen. It's going to be nice to see how they do it. However, do I think that it's necessary? No. Do I think that they could have other options and expand Animal Kingdom in a different way and make it better? Yes. However, I am not a Disney CEO.
No, I have no power to tell you Avatar Land is coming or not. So, we'll just leave that up for whatever our people listening to this podcast. If you give us your comments on Avatar
that'd
Land.
be nice.
Because I like some information on why this is such a great thing. Some people say it's going to be amazing. But anyway.
It would be nice to get like a little debate going, who
who likes Avatar, who doesn't. Star Wars too, but I don't know, who would disagree with me.
I just want to say right now, if you're going to make a debate, please do not have any nasty comments or anything going against Disney. This is a family-friendly podcast.
G-rated.
G-rated, we love the debates and we love to hear your feedback. But we also really love Disney, and we don't want to, say anything negative.
Despite some of the comments I make on this podcast, it's G-rated. So, but something else is coming to Animal Kingdom. I'm really excited about it.
Tell us about it.
We have Wishes at Magic Kingdom.
Woo-hoo!
We have Phantasmic.
Love it.
At Hollywood Studios. We have Illuminations at Epcot.
Oh, great.
What's in Animal Kingdom? Oh, we got Main Electrical Parade too.
Love that.
Time Entertainment.
That's
not an Animal Kingdom, folks. That's at Magic Kingdom. For those who've never been there. But so those are your nighttime shows, right?
Right.
That's what they all have in common.
They do.
Does Animal Kingdom have one?
No, I don't think it does, Matt.
Well, guess what? It's gonna have one.
Hey, there we go.
Rivers of Light expected to open in 2016. It's going to be a new night. No, I don't think that's going to be the theme song. It's going to be a new nighttime show at Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom always, even for myself, half day, get stuff done, leave, whatever, closes early. But Rivers of Light is going to change that.
Change it. Change it how?
It's going to make it the park hours longer.
Park hours longer.
We're going to sweat for longer.
We're going to sweat for longer.
We're going to wait in lines longer.
We're going to wait.
But it'll be all worth it. When Rivers of Light comes and we get to watch it, the show will feature live music, floating lanterns, water screens, and more. And like I said, Rivers of Light expected to open in 2016. Which will be awesome because I will get to see it. I'm so excited. I love nighttime entertainment, as you know.
As we all know. As we all love.
We all love nighttime entertainment. Phantasmic's still at the top, but...
Phantasmic is the best. Dun, 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 dun.
Rivers of Light is going to be pretty cool, and I can't wait to see it. Oh, man. Awesome. So, now that my excitement I've completely let it go. Oh, darn it!
Speaking of Frozen!
No speaking of Frozen. Let's talk about something else.
But we can't, because we have to let the listeners know what's happening in Norway.
They know what's happening in Norway.
They know when.
There's been a debate over it. Everybody knows. It's coming out in, let's see. 2016, like everything else.
All right, fine. We skipped over Frozen.
Maelstrom closed already, and Frozen ride's coming. Expansions, more Frozen meet and greet. More little girls walking in there. Elsa and Anna costumes, which will be cute. But what happened to Akershus? Better stay there, or else I'm talking to Bob Iger myself. And Tom Staggs over there will get a little funny if they close that. But, nonetheless. So, also, for those of you who have had trouble parking at Downtown Disney, you know why. Disney Springs is coming.
Tell us a little bit about that, Matt.
Well, Downtown Disney is a popular place to hang out, shop, and eat.
Well, I love that.
The problem is...
What's the problem, Matt?
That it doesn't have a Disney feel to it.
Doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't.
It's like a downtown shopping district.
I know. And
it's not like a downtown shopping district. It is a downtown shopping district.
The only thing that I have to say is, I mean, obviously, it's the World of Disney store. It's the biggest Disney store in all of Disney World.
To be honest with you, I found some pretty good stuff in my hotel. Shopping there. shopping place, store, whatever the heck you want to call it. Downtown Disney becoming Disney Springs. The new shopping and entertainment district will have twice as many shops and restaurants. Some of the new eateries will be high-end, including STK Orlando, the Boathouse, and...
Martimoto.
Yeah. There will be...
Two new parking garages. One of them is already open.
Taking the words right out of my mouth.
And to help alleviate parking problems, Disney Springs will have 4 areas instead of 3, and there'll be more of a theme throughout the district, which I think is pretty good.
I think that's good.
I don't see any character meet and greets in the future at all. You know, that's not what Downtown Disney is.
But I think if it has more of
a Disney feel, like you're not just shopping in some random stores that you could shop in at your mall. I think that Downtown Disney is great when, if you want to spend a half a day in Animal Kingdom and just relax the rest of the day and maybe go to Fulton's Crab House or Raglan Road, which I really do recommend. I don't think I've ever talked about Raglan Road on this podcast before, but we should do like a special podcast where all we talk about is like restaurants.
Food? Oh my god, my podcast.
But Raglan Road is a great dining experience when you're in Downtown Disney. I think that it has great food and great entertainment. If you like that Irish pub food and feel, it's great. When I went, they had Irish step dancers and a band playing there. It was great. Also down there you have Rainforest Cafe. You have a little more high end like Wolfgang Puck's restaurant. The Fulton's Crab House is also expensive, but I think that Raglan Road is great for families. And obviously, a Rainforest Cafe, which you can also find in Animal Kingdom, is great for families. And the Dinosaur Restaurant too is great. It has a nice family feel. If they did put a more Disney feel into those restaurants, I think at least one restaurant with a Disney theme would be great. Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see what
House of Blues is also there, which I love House of Blues. That's a great restaurant. But, I would love to see...
I mean, I think the thing about Downtown Disney, it doesn't have a central theme.
Right.
Like everything else. So
it's got a mishmash of everything.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of things there.
Right.
Speaking about food... Melissa, tell us something that's going on at Magic Kingdom.
Well, if you love Be Our Guest restaurant as much as I do, you're going to love this. You know how it was difficult to get a reservation for Be Our Guest for dinner because, you had to book it 180 days out? Mm-hmm. Well, now you can get a reservation for lunch.
All right.
And I think that's a great, great thing.
I'm going to get a reservation for lunch and dinner.
I think, listen, if you want to do that, I know I probably would. Lunch will be served from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., and if you want to make reservations now, you can start making them February 25th. That's when the reservation period will begin for this dining experience. Also, guests will have the option to pre-order their meal 30 days prior to 5 minutes before their reservation. So you can actually order your meal 30 days before you get there.
That's excellent. That's so awesome. Yeah, I mean, definitely I think bringing lunch to Be Our Guest will make more reservation opportunities for people who want to get in there. So
I think that's a great thing
because I think it's smart to do it.
I know that I had a terrible, terrible time trying to get a reservation for Be Our Guest when I went last time. I tried 180 days out, but unfortunately they were booked up like that, and I wasn't able to get a reservation. However, the day that we decided to go to Magic Kingdom, we went up to the kiosk and we said, just check in. Is there any cancellations? Anything? They said, actually, there are 2 cancellations. You don't know how happy I was. Okay, I had the best dinner of my life in Walt Disney World. It was amazing. I got to have French-inspired cuisine. I tried the gray stuff. I met the master, the beast himself, after dinner.
The master's
chair, as my favorite Cogsworth would say. So I think that's a great experience, and I'm excited to know that they're going to have, finally, lunch reservations available.
That's definitely a good thing. Speaking about reservations, something else I found out just today that I'm excited. It's a rumor. It's not fully confirmed, but I think it's coming. Online check-in. Going to the check-in desk.
Oh, that's great.
Is a day of the past.
Day of the past.
A thing of the past.
Thing of the past, day of the past. Thing of the past.
So going to the check-in desk is no more. You're going to check in online, and you're going straight to your room with your magic band. God bless magic bands. You go right into your room, and that's it.
I think that's a great
I think that's great.
Thing.
It cuts out times. You just go right to your room, hop right into the magic. Or jump right into the magic, or dive right into the magic, or whatever you want to do that goes right into the magic. You do it.
All these new renovations and all these new changes and new good things that are happening at Disney really makes me want to go. I mean, I always want to go to Disney. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about going to Disney. But I'm really excited to see that Disney's actually taking initiative and changing these things to make the experience better for family and for everybody. I think it's a great thing, and I just love what they're doing to the parks. So
yeah, they're taking good steps, so it should be a great, big, beautiful tomorrow at Disney World.
And I think that, it's true what they say, that they want to make the experience as magical for people as possible, and they're really proving that.
Let's give an applause to the Imagineers.
Yeah. Great job.
I think that's all the news.
I think that's it for today.
And now it's time for the trivia question of the month. For the month of February. Name all of the attractions that Walt Disney created for the World's Fair in New York, the 1964 World's Fair. If you can name all of them, we will give you a shout-out on our next episode. And speaking about shout-outs, we have a shout-out to give from our last trivia question of the month. The trivia question was, what are Aladdin's 3 wishes? And the correct answer was, he wished for Genie's freedom. He wished to be safe from drowning. And, of course, he wished to be a prince. Melissa, give us a shout-out.
So the shout-out that we have for today is, drumroll please, Mr. Jason Gravett. Thank you so much for answering the question.
Thank you for answering the question.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for following. And congratulations, you have received the shout-out of this month.
So congratulations to Jason. Thank you very much, and answer next month.
Yeah.
You might get a shout-out again.
For another shout-out. Also, we have another shout-out going out to my friends and your friends over at the Tips from the Disney Diva website. You can find great articles and videos about planning your trip to Disney World or Disneyland or Alani or any Disney trip you would like to go on. We have tips, articles about Disney, and I am one of the writers over at Tips from the Disney Diva website. I am the Main Street Diva, and I write articles about Disney World, so go check them out and check out all my friends there because they give wonderful advice, and we love you guys. So
excellent. Thank you guys for giving us some whatever the heck you want to call it, publicity.
Some great tips and publicity.
So also like to thank Disney Parks blog and DisneyDining.com for giving us the news for this podcast.
Right. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. It's at Pixie Dust Podcast, Pix Dust Podcast. Also, like us on our Facebook page. Just go on Facebook and type in Pixie Dust Podcast, and we are there.
So I think that's it. I think we're going to wrap it up. Nothing else to talk about here. So, once again, I'm Matt.
I'm Melissa.
And thank you for listening to episode 4 of
the Pixie Dust Podcast.
Move along. There's nothing else to see. That's all, folks. I like the sound of that. That's all, folks.